There's a twist in anything worth doing, and if you're caught doing what's proper, you better stop before you ruin.
Hi everybody, welcome back to Eat It Up Buttercup. Today we are making some sunflower butter cookies. And I've made these once before, and I've changed the recipe up, and if I am messy, don't mind me. I just made a new flour mixture, attempting to get away from the potato starch that's so commonly used in gluten-free baking. So, in an effort to save time, although I know you like looking at me while you watch this video, I went ahead and measured out some flour mix, and in here in my special secret, top secret mixture, I've got almond flour, millet flour, oh my goodness, what else is in there? A little bit of tapioca starch, a little bit of arrowroot, and some brown rice. So we'll see. And I did go ahead and measure 1.5 cup of the basic flour mixture, whatever that choice is that you use if you buy a premix, with 1/4 of a teaspoon of xanthan gum. Don't mind Linus, he's hungry. He always likes to be in the video. 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of the vanilla powder. And I just want to show you this book that I've adapted the recipe from, the Allergen-Free Baker's Handbook. The first book I ever bought when I found out I was going to stop using wheat, soy, dairy, and eggs. It's awesome. They don't use nuts, but sunflower seeds are a seed. They're not a tree nut. So, here's my nice page with my notes, because if I made it once and I like it, I want to remember what I liked about it. I substituted millet flour, and I said, it tastes delish. So I'm going to make them again, my second time, and you get to be a part of it. Second time, no potato. We're going to see how this works. So, I did get a old school sifter, sifted it around, but since I put the salt and everything in there, then I give it a little whisk. For your viewing pleasure, I have already measured up 1/4 a cup of brown sugar. Dop, dop, dop. Mix, mix, mix. 1/2 a cup maple syrup. The recipe did call for 3/4 a cup of maple syrup. Again, just playing with it and making it my own, because that's all the fun of being in the kitchen. Mix, mix, mix. And the final ingredient is the sunflower seed nut butter. What you didn't get to witness is me ever so deliciously mixing the oil from the bottom. Don't forget to do that, or else you're just going to end up with that mess. So you need about 3/4 a cup. And although this isn't perfect, it's going to be the best that I can get, as close as I can get. Couldn't have it all measured for you guys first. I mean, come on. Then the video would be too short. You wouldn't want them. It'd be short and boring. That's a little bit too much. It's the hard part. Back and forth, back and forth. So this recipe was doubled. I cut it in half because I don't cook for a lot of people. A lot of my recipes I try to get down to, you know, 12 cookies, not 24. And so I cut this recipe in half. Should not ever be a problem with cookies. So I'm putting my sunflower seed butter in there, and if you haven't tried it, it's actually pretty tasty. Nothing is ever going to get close to peanuts if you had a peanut allergy, but it's not bad at all, and it makes a really fabulous, yummy, 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 yummy cookie. And the fun part about these, her recipe is called Sun Butter Greenies. I just call them sunflower butter cookies. They do turn a little green on the inside, which is actually pretty hysterical. Her recipe also calls for chocolate chips. Do that if you must. But I think they're just so delicious on their own. You don't need to do all that. Just enjoy the taste of an old-fashioned peanut butter style cookie without the peanut butter, without the gluten, without the eggs, and without the butter. And if you're new to gluten-free baking, xanthan gum is actually pretty important. I left the little package out. You can see it's effing pricey, but it's important. You just use a half a teaspoon to a fourth of a teaspoon at a time, and it gives it a little more spring because a lot of gluten-free flours can be dense and heavy, and we don't want that. We want things that taste like real food, right? Not like we're eating cardboard. So once again, I have gotten my whisk instead of my spatula out, and that's okay. But this is it. That's how easy it is. Cookies are like the easiest thing. When you need to make a gift for somebody and you're like, what am I going to give them? Make them a batch of cookies. I like to taste everything. I'm going to get another spatula. You could obviously use the scoop again, but who needs scoops? These can be a little bit smaller for a cookie, but you know, $half size, something like that. Spread them out on a pan. And that's that. I'll see you in a minute. You're just in time for the best part. The finished cookie. The unpeanut butter cookie. It's a sunflower butter cookie, but it tastes like peanut butter cookie a little bit. These little guys baked at 350 for about 15 minutes. Chuck them, you know, around 12 minutes or so. I put them on the pan a couple inches apart because, as you can see, these spread out pretty good. And they may not be a little green right now, but wait till tomorrow, and right on the inside they're going to look a bit little green. But look at that. Did you see that? Did you see how soft it broke apart? Sunflower seed butter just makes them really nice and gooey as long as you don't bake them too long. They don't even have any oil. So I suggest you go get a cup of milk, make some cookies, and be like Cookie Monster. Really, really good stuff. Know someone that's got a peanut allergy? Make these for them. They will be your best friend. Have a good day.
Thanks for the boogie ride, I'm more than gratified. I'm really satisfied, which only goes to prove you don't know until you glide into the boogie ride. How quickly you will fly out of this world.